My brother has returned to USA 2 days ago. After all the drama that happened, I learned a very important thing in life, that is karmic tie. My karmic tie with my mother has come to an end due to the drama that was created by my unconsciousness. But I'm feeling very calm and peaceful inside because there is acceptance of whatever is happening in the environment around me. Right now, it is absolutely clear to me that my path is whatever Swami is telling me to do. This is my destiny. My journey will be with Swami forever. My desire to treat everybody else as my guru has ended, and I have only one master, Swami. This clarity has brought a lot of peace of mind and calmness. I became aware that the ego was creating all the dramas around, and this awareness has ended all the creation of drama.
Now you read one or two sentences at a time.
My brother has returned to USA 2 days ago. After all the drama that happened, I learned a very important thing in life, that is karmic tie.
What is karmic tie?
I only read it from internet. So what I read was that karmic tie means in this life you have this relationship with this person because of certain karma. Perhaps the karma is for you to learn something. Yeah, so after the lesson is learned, then it will end.
If you go on putting too much of load of information in your head, they will create direct diarrhea, mental diarrhea inside you. So you have this mind which wants to gather all kind of intellectual information so that you can feel you are a very knowledgeable person, you are a knower. But that will confuse you more. If you remain empty of all those things, in a state of not knowing, you don't know, it's better. Otherwise, you have one information, then you will read something else which will contradict it, and you will become more confused. So when you use big words, it may not be of any help, it may hinder, it may harm. But ego is always interested in becoming a knower. It cannot remain innocent. It cannot remain in a state of not knowing. But only when you are empty, then you become receptive. Otherwise, a knowledgeable person is a very dangerous person. He cannot relax, he or she. Your knowledge will run right in your head. It will create all kind of restlessness. And don't conclude so quickly that your karmic tie has ended. It is not such a small tie that you wear on your neck. You are very quick in concluding. You jump from one extreme to another, like a kangaroo. Okay, read further.
My karmic tie with my mother has come to an end due to the drama that was created by my unconsciousness.
How you know it has ended?
I felt I felt there's a kind of disappointment in her, and also in a kind of let go in her.
What do you mean by let go in her? What has happened?
Like before all this drama happened, she will always ask me, what do you want to have for lunch? And she will buy lunch for me. She will buy lunch for me. But today she totally didn't ask me. She didn't buy any breakfast for me, any lunch, anything. And she totally didn't ask, what am I going to eat for lunch and dinner? Yes.
You are going to what?
She totally didn't ask what am I going to eat for lunch and dinner. She
You
just
are
like
still,
totally
you are
ignored.
totally involved in that emotional tie. If you were freed from that, whether she asked you or not, why you are still expecting that she should have asked? And this can be very temporary. She may be angry with you, but this is like the change of the weather. In few days it will again be the same kind of thing. At least from your side, it has not ended. But you are giving yourself too much credit very quickly. If you have learned something, then be alert about it, but you will. Now you read further, I will speak later on what I want to say.
But I'm feeling calm and peaceful inside because there is acceptance of whatever is happening in the environment around me.
Okay. You are feeling calm and peaceful. It is after any storm, there will be peace and silence. So it is not something which you should give that much importance. You have already vomited. You already had emotional outburst and catharsis. It's like after the second stage of dynamic, you feel good. After doing who, you feel even more good. So you have done all those things already. Okay, read more.
Right now, it is absolutely clear to me that my path is whatever Swami is telling me to do.
This is a dangerous thing. You become very absolutely clear very quickly. Remain little bit confused like Lao Tzu. Everyone is totally confident. Only I am confused. This is what Lao Tzu says. Everyone is very certain. Who is very certain? It is the ego. Why one has to even use the word absolutely? If it is clear, that is enough. When you are using the word absolutely, that means it is not clear. You are trying to convince yourself or convince others. And this is also not authenticity and honesty. Watch yourself for a few days. This is all the time. It's not the first time you have become clear so many times. Then again you are back to your old situation, old position. This happens to Prince also. Once in a while he become very relaxed or enlightened. This is immaturity. What is the hurry? Why be so impatient? If you are really honest, you will watch yourself for at least few days, at least 1 month, and see what is happening. Have you really changed, or it is just temporary? Everyone, after a good fight, they make love and they feel very relaxed. And that is not real relaxation. It may be a new game of the ego, and it is a new game of the ego. Ego is more smarter than you. It is there for millennia. Okay.
This is my destiny. My journey will be with Swami forever.
Now you see, these are very dishonest lines. What you know what is your destiny? Why can't you remain in a state of not knowing? You can say at present I feel like that. But how you know what will happen tomorrow? And what you said, your journey
Will be with Swami forever.
forever, nothing lasts here forever. So what is, no one is going to be here forever in the body. So what do you mean by forever?
For me, it means that while both of us are still alive, I'm always will be with Swami. That's what I mean.
So if I die tomorrow, then what will happen? Or today, later on, after talking?
I will, if there's any video left to make, any books left to be made, I will continue making them, Swami.
And then after that?
After that, I don't know what will happen, Swami.
After that, you meditate and help other people to meditate. Be more sincere. Body is not important. My master has a book, Osho is not a body. So why cling to body which is already dead only because the consciousness is the light within this body. So the body looks like it has its own light, but it is the reflected light of the consciousness. Okay. Read.
My desire to treat everybody else as my guru has ended, and I have only one master, Swami.
Don't conclude so quickly. Wait and watch. Mind is just like the pendulum of the clock. It goes from one extreme to other. You can say this is what I feel now. That will be honest. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after 1 year, after 10 years. So why burden yourself with all those things? Why can't you just remain unburdened in this moment only? You don't know about future. That is more honest. This is your present feeling. For present it is a reality. But who knows about tomorrow? And as long as your mind is powerful over you, mind is very unpredictable. It's like the mercury. When you are settled in the being, but for that you will have to give some proof. And proof is there only when the situation comes. When you are in your room where nobody is, you can be very loving without any anger. But only when people around you are creating situation where you can react. And if you don't react, then only you can say something. Then only you can claim something. Now read.
This clarity has brought a lot of peace of mind and calmness.
Peace of mind is a wrong expression. Mind is never peaceful. Mind means turmoil. Mind means misery. Mind means restlessness. Mind means noise and chaos. One has to go beyond the mind. When you are just a watcher on the hill, not that you are making an effort to watch, you are just having an eyes on the mind. But you are all the time identified with your mind. That is your problem. That was the problem. You have not given much attention to what you were doing in these days. That you have been doing all the time. They will kill you, they will murder you, they are planning this, that, this. That means you have too much attachment with this body. You cling too much. And then you are assuming, then you are imagining, which has nothing to do with reality. I was just listening to Osho while I was doing my pranayama. And he quoted Kabir, which is a very famous quote. जाको राखे साइया मार सके न कोई बाल न बाका कर सके जो जग बैरी होए. That means those whom the Lord is saving, the God is saving, no one can harm that person. You cannot even destroy one hair of that person. Even if the whole world turns his enemy, no harm will happen to that person. So this kind of trust happens when the doer is absent. You are all the time a doer. You have to do something. You have to, if they are going to harm you, then you have to protect yourself. You have to buy your armors. This is all ego. And then after they are gone, you are suddenly enlightened. Everything is so peaceful, so calm. It's just because the challenge is not there. While they were present and you were not affected, and they were not even creating much difficulty. You are a perfect example of the movie A Beautiful Mind. You are just imagining everything. You were just assuming. I think in that movie he was imagining so much. The army is coming to kill him and so many things. So this happens because you are too identified with your mind. I was always telling, don't give any attention to this mind. But you think you are so wise. Just avoid it. Whatever it is suggesting to you, don't listen to it. And you have no trust in anything. If you had trust, then even if death was coming, what was the problem? But you were so much clinging, then you... Now read.
I became aware that the ego was creating all the dramas around.
If you became really aware, if some insight has happened now, then the ego should not interfere in that way. If it is not happening next time, then only you can give any certificate to yourself. Otherwise, it is all false certificate. What more is there?
And this awareness has ended all the creation of drama.
This is not awareness. Awareness is too big a word to use. You can say this is watchfulness, little bit of alertness. Awareness is the ultimate. You can't even imagine what awareness is. It is beyond your comprehension. It is beyond even consciousness. Awareness is the ultimate, the last thing, where nothing remains, no body, no mind, nothing, just pure consciousness, nothing to watch, nothing to give attention to. Only that awareness is there, where duality has all disappeared. Everything has disappeared, only awareness is there. That is not going to happen so quickly. Is it all, or there is something more?
For this question, it was all, but can I read the last 2 messages I sent after that?
Okay.
Too much I in the question. Notice after sending.
So, if the I is there, it will be there. Even if you don't write, it is there inside. Now, when you send your sisters what she said to you, there were only 2 points in that. So you tell those 2 points. There is no need to bring her message. You just say all. She had 2 objections. So you just say by your memory. Why you have to read everything? You have written yourself. I only heard it once, but there were only 2 things.
I read after me. So her whole idea is that there must be freedom in spirituality.
What do you mean by freedom, and what she means? She knows nothing about freedom.
What she meant.
She is
because it was
tremendously
all her.
wait. She is tremendously bound. She is nothing else than bondage. She is even a greater idiot than you. She has not even tried anything. What she means by freedom is that you have the freedom to eat, you have the freedom to shit anywhere on the road whenever you want. You have the freedom to create all kind of nuisance. You have the freedom to give as birth to as many children you want. You have the freedom to become unconscious. No one should object to it. This is freedom. But this is not freedom. If you are a free person, you won't be doing all those things. This is because of ignorance. What you think is freedom is not freedom. It is a slavery of your instincts. These people who wants to live the lowest kind of life, but they will give big rationalization, big logic for that this is my freedom. This is my freedom. I can do anything. But you can do anything, but you want to eat too much and you are farting here and there and you are destroying other people's space. You don't have the right to do that.
Yes,
and where is the bondage? What bondage I am creating? They are creating your bondage. What I am saying. When I say don't do something, it is because your state is too bad. If I tell you to do everything, then you will be in great trouble. You will be in madhouse or you will commit suicide. So that's why I tell, avoid all those things which will create more tension. Otherwise, maybe you will miss in this life. You will go to madhouse or you will commit suicide. So what is the point? When you cannot handle all those things, make your life more simple. You go with these kind of idiotic people and then you have so many problems. Whatever was happening in your family and your life, what I was creating it or you were creating it, or maybe they had certain roles, but the real role was yours, where I was there. Now what else he said? There was one more thing.
There was another thing she said is that why I must follow Swami.
Why you must follow?
She said I can perhaps try like Sadhguru like that. She said like this. Somebody with like more disciples. She said
go
this
with
is what she said.
Sadhguru. Who has stopped you? I am stopping you.
I don't want Swami. I don't want.
But why this idiot?
I don't want.
But why she wants you to go to Sadhguru?
No, actually, Sadhguru was just another example. I don't know.
Actually, she wants you to go nowhere. She wants you to remain as idiotic as she is. She wants to be. She wants you to be a sheep.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I feel, Swami, it is
And you
very
have become the
strange.
black sheep.
I have, Swami, I have. I just realized this.
Hmm.
I have.
What you have?
And you know, Swami, the weird thing is, her conscious mind is very convinced that she's trying to help me. But I feel her unconsciousness is somehow don't want me to continue the good path that I'm following. This is what I feel, Swami. But the conscious mind is just very convinced she's trying to help me.
Hmm. So why she could not help you when you entered into madhouse if she is so great? Hmm.
Whatever she said, I keep explaining to her, but her opinion did not shaken me, and I have tried to explain things to her.
What was the need
about
for you to
spirituality.
explain? You are saying yourself, claiming I am your only master. Then why you go to other masters, false masters?
I didn't go to her because I thought that if I explain, she will stop telling me.
You were
Don't
saying that she is the only sane person or intelligent person or whatever in your family. So what help you got
Actually,
from her? So you
in
what help you got from her?
actually, she did give a big help in the sense that during my conflict with my brother and mother, she managed to arrange a gathering for 3 siblings, and then we sit down and talk. So actually, one more thing is actually perhaps there is 60% of this caring is really genuine because she knew I'm going through a psychotic episode, and every day she will be like sending positive words and really trying to help.
She is a Mother Teresa.
Yes, she is. That is what she is, a Mother Teresa. Yes.
If she was genuine, first she will help herself. Physician, heal thyself first. Your whole family is mad, so she is also part of that mad family. Like most
Yes,
of.
Swami.
And what you were saying about your brother, I was not giving much attention. What is there to give attention? But then you have sent the picture of all of them and you have marked them as if they are the criminals who have to nab them. So I saw your brother. He looks like a rapist, a murderer. His face is so ugly. I'm not saying about that I'm not talking about the external beauty or external ugliness. It's the inner ugliness. It's just, he may not have raped any woman, but he has a rapist inside. And they are both same, rapist or a murderer. Those people who can rape, they can murder very easily, and those people who can murder, they can rape easily. What you were saying?
Now you know why I'm so scared of him, because I totally see the murderer in him. Totally, I
If
saw
you are
this
so
murderer.
scared, what is the need to expect anything from him?
Oh.
The whole world is an acting. Just act. You are in the family. No one is concerned. If your mother is not concerned, then sister is compared to mother, it is a very not that deep a relation. Amongst brothers and sisters, most of the time there will be rivalry and competition. In all those pictures, you are not there. I thought in one you are there, but I think that is your brother's daughter.
Oh, I was not there because I was the one who took those photos.
Yeah,
and
but I
videos.
was seeing, I thought first it is you, but then I thought no, it's not you. Because one person is missing, otherwise everyone should be there. So I thought, because she is looking by her body is not In your family, no one has a good body. They are all very stupid kind of body they have, crooked kind of body. Huh? If the real body can be known only when the person is naked. I'm just joking, but you can wear clothes which will make you look good, but what you really is can be your body, whether it is beautiful or not. If your naked body is beautiful, then you are really beautiful. Your body is beautiful. That's why we have to hide our bodies. If body is beautiful, then what is the need to hide? I was talking about your brother's daughter. It doesn't look like a young girl. How old is she?
16 years old.
Just I saw one picture, but that she has no good figure. Huh?
She is so pretty, Swami. She has mental illness. Her mental illness is the same like mine.
She's so
Same.
pretty. What you're saying? Pretty.
No, she's so petty.
Okay.
She
But
has the
I
same.
think you all in your family somewhere too much sympathy for this mental illness. Hello.
Hello.
Let me first finish it. Where are you?
Yes, sir. I was actually at gym. Now I am going home.
Okay. How you are going? Walking?
Yes, it's not so far.
Okay. So I was saying, too much sympathy for mental illness. It means that somewhere unconsciously all of you desire this mental illness. You want this illness to be there, and this is how ill and how diseased we are, how sick we are. We want to sympathize with those people, but why create a situation where such illness happens? You were saying she is a pity or whatever, but it is the gift of your whole family to her. So they are all criminals in that. Your mother, your father, your brother, your sister-in-law. But I felt that your sister-in-law was still comparatively better. Her look is not criminal look. And you were also saying about that you had written a letter to Bhupendra where you said that you were thinking of committing suicide. Why you were thinking of committing suicide? You have too much expectation from other people. You want to live your life with your conditions. So what happened that you wanted to commit suicide?
On that day, I suddenly have this fear that they will not allow me to live the life I'm living, like having a master and all that. And to me, I felt that this is the only life I want. That means like if they stop me and want me to go back to them, all that, I don't want that kind of life.
Okay. This is also.
So it's better to be dead than be with that kind of life.
But you are just assuming. You knew that he will be going in few days. Then things will be what it was always. You have to deal only with your mother. That is not much of a dealing. You can handle her well. Have you seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, Prince?
It says something to me, A Beautiful Mind.
I am saying have you seen or not? This is about a famous mathematician. You remember his name?
No.
Name of the mathematician? Karen, you have seen. You have also seen the movie.
Seen
Yeah, but what is the name of the mathematician?
I don't remember. You want me to search now, Swami?
Okay, search. Alexa, about which mathematician the movie A Beautiful Mind is about?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, A Beautiful Mind is based on the life of American mathematician John Nash.
Nash, John Nash. Have you seen or not, Prince?
No.
You should see. He is suffering from the almost same kind of problem which both of you suffer. Schizophrenia, and he is assuming everything, that they want to harm him, they want to destroy him, and he has assumed in his mind an army coming to destroy him and everything. The movie is very good, and it is based on a real person, a great genius mathematician. For whosoever my master, it is one of the best movies. So you should also watch.
Yes, I will watch.
Never listen to your mind. Whatever it is giving to you is all old and all rotten. If it is supplying to you something which is not going to help you in your life, then don't listen. Remain very alert about the mind, what information you should allow. And then you have written that you will not commit suicide, otherwise I will be blamed. Or why I will be blamed? What I have done that I will be blamed?
Because I'm very, very scared that because I have your photos, everything in my room, and
So?
then they know I have a master. So it's like,
If
Like-
you commit a murder, then the master is to be blamed.
no. It's like it was just a fear that came into my mind at that time that they might find somebody else's fault.
So what they can do? I am living here, what they can do?
Yeah, I just don't want anything to happen to Swami. That
No,
was
nothing.
That was
You are
it.
just, your worry is just has no basis in real world.
Uh,
Even if they are assuming that I have done something, what do you? No police will catch me, because first for that they will have to prove something. Whatever I was telling you, I was trying to take you out of your trouble.
yes.
But still, if you are doing the same thing, then you have gone to such a bad state that you are beyond recovery. So take some responsibility. Just don't go on throwing your shit on other people. Huh?
Okay. Yes, Swami. Yes.
This is like you. I told you are a narcissist. You want to get attention somehow. If people are not giving you attention, then you will find other ways. What happened to you? Where you have disappeared? Mr. Prince?
I am listening to you. I am just doing some work.
What work? Playing with your little brother that you can't show?
No. I am just.
Just
I have to get things out of my bag and things like this.
okay. I'm just
Yes.
joking.
Okay.
Jokes are allowed or not?
Yes, of course.
So you just try to find out yourself. Is it not coming from your unconsciousness, this desire that you want to get others people attention? Your unconscious mind goes on creating such things, problems which are not there, so that you can be at the center of attention.
Yes, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true, Swami.
So
yes.
if you are able to see it, then just create a distance from that shitty mind. Otherwise, you may do all those things. When they did nothing much, then you were coming to such conclusion that they will kill you, they want to murder you, and then you were thinking of committing suicide. If they were really doing something, if all your family member had united against you, then what would have happened? That's why it is said that you are born alone, you live alone, you die alone. You are just assuming that people are helping you, people will be. That is what the masters, that is for that the master is. That light is within you. Find your inner light. Stop depending on other. Don't have expectation from other. The real freedom is psychological freedom. Your sister was talking about freedom. She knows nothing. Freedom from the mind is real freedom. When you go beyond your psychology, that is real freedom. I was just hearing, I always hear those who are ex-Muslims. So many of them will, like some woman who has gone out of Islam, she will say that there is no need for any book or any religion. One can live one's life very well. And the one woman, she was quite logical, and she was saying that we have been given a body, so one has to take care of this body. This is the meaning of life. Now you are claiming to be a very intelligent person, very logical, and this is the whole meaning of life, that if you have taken care of your body, if you have made arrangement for your security, you have a house, then your life, that is the end of human life. Then what is the difference between you and an animal? So you want to stop somewhere, you have all the right to stop. But the meaning can happen in your life only when you have discovered something beyond your biological needs. Otherwise it is all right. You can live your life, you can exist, you can survive. But this is no life. There is no poetry in that kind of life. So if you have stopped somewhere, you have become dead. That is what Buddha says. Chare veti. Just go on moving ahead. No, don't stop anywhere. Once you say you have reached, that means you are dead. You will start stagnating. So there is no end to your life journey. There is a cassette of Osho. In the beginning there used to be cassette. It has a beautiful title. It is based on Lao Tzu's saying. Yatra hi manzil. The journey itself is the goal. Don't try to reach somewhere but there is a reaching also. But that reaching is already you have reached. But you are not giving any attention to that. Your consciousness needs no polishing. It needs no improvement. It is already where it should be. But when you are one with that consciousness, only then you will know. You are all the time running out. You are all the time seeking that things are outside. If you want outside thing, then you have to run out. But if you want to know yourself, then you have to stop running. So don't get confused. Today I was listening to Osho's commentary on Ashtavakra. Sometime I listen, after a long time I was listening. You should try to listen, but don't conclude very quickly that you have reached to that state. No, I am not talking to you. It is in Hindi, you cannot listen. So if you want, I will send it to you. Just listen. But only listen. Don't think that you have reached to that state. I am telling you where you are lost.
Telling me, yes. Okay.
Yes. You have like she also has that disease. She is absolutely certain now about many things. She has written. What were the word you have used? Very absolutely clear, and these things. People who conclude very quickly, they are very immature people. That's why it is said, remain in a state of not knowing. Then you will be not tense. So you saw all those things or not? How your mind goes on assuming. Where there is nothing, you go on assuming. Your wife understand English how well? She can, I think, understand well. Huh?
Yes.
She speaks well or not?
No, not so well.
But she lives in Australia for such a long time, so
Austria.
Austria. So what is German is the language, or what is the language?
Yes, German.
So English is not the language.
No.
So
no.
you can, both of you can speak German,
Yes.
but she can understand English well. All right.
Yes. Like me.
I think if you want, both of you can see that movie. When you are free, see it. Maybe I will also once watch more. I watched once because my master was very much praising it, so I thought I should watch it. So you think your relaxed state will continue now, or the next phase will come?
It is without mind actually always there.
What is there?
Relaxed state.
So
Yes.
how the mind comes back? What is the technique for that? To bring the mind back again? I will try to bring it back.
It is always there, but when you don't let it in, it doesn't disturb you.
But how you let it in? If you have come to know it, then don't let it in. But how you let it in? You have to find out what is the way you bring it in, and don't bring it in then.
I don't bring it in, but it is always there.
The mind is always there.
When I need it, yes, when I need it, I use it.
You
I don't.
use it. It is claiming too big. It was always using you. So how you know that you use it? Maybe situation
Yes, it has always
situation
used me.
is at present not so tense. So, but you have to find it at this time. How not to allow your mind to create problems for you?
I think situation is tense in that moment, but the tension goes with the mind.
Tension.
When I don't touch the mind. Yes. The day before yesterday or 2 days back.
What you told her on that day after we stopped talking?
I think she should tell that if she remembers.
What he told you?
He told me just relax, just relax.
It's very easy to say just relax, but it is the most difficult
Actually, he
thing.
said many things, but the
But saying this,
specific point,
just
I
wait.
forgot.
Saying this thing, if it was so easy, then anyone will say to anyone, just relax. Then there will be no mental hospital. Everyone will be relaxed. So much murder, so much rape, so much. All our great politicians, they are almost destroying the whole world. And even so-called normal people, they are also doing. Just tell them, just relax. Until and unless you find out what is the reason for being tense, find those reasons why you become tense, why you become restless, then how you will relax. So this preaching anyone can do, everyone can become Mother Teresa. You are also Mother Teresa? I was trying to find Mother Teresa in you. Your look doesn't resemble very much. It may have something may have worked for him, but it has worked for a while. So if you go on making everyone your master, then you will be just misguided. It may have worked for him for a while because he may have gone through some experience and now he thinks those things which are creating tension in his life, he will avoid those things. But if you want to be free from those things forever, then you will have to know your unconsciousness. It is not coming from your conscious mind. When things become out of your control, those things come from your unconsciousness, which is 9 times bigger than the conscious mind. And it is not only discovered by mystics. It is discovered by psychologists like Freud and all those people. So, when the unconscious will come, and if you suppress more, it will come more. When it will overpower you, then your conscious mind will not be able to do anything. That's why I say, do cathartic things. But when you are lazy, then you just relax. You cannot relax. When tension is, you are boiling inside, how can you relax? Maybe for you, if you are like you said that you are, I don't know whether he influenced you or you yourself said it, that you are giving too much attention to watching. What word you used in the whatever you have written to Bhupendra, maybe?
I put too much effort in watching, and the over making the effort was creating attention.
I have been always telling you, don't make it an effort. It is effortless watching. What you were doing is always concentration. I have been always telling you. But if you don't listen, he said something. But how long it will last? Just relax. Again your brother and sister and mother will come and just relax, will go out of your window. Just
One more thing he said that one more thing he said that I remember most is he said at that point he was too fascinated with the thinking he has, and that really hit me because I think that was
things are always hitting you. You have been said, whenever you ask question to me and I ask you how was it, it is absolutely clear. Then what happens? Things are so clear, absolutely you have understood everything hundreds of times. Then why you go back again? Don't give yourself certificate so quickly. When situations are all right, then everyone is a Buddha. The real thing is when things are all, everything outside is all bad and you are calm and quiet. When your wife is beating you and you are smiling. Should I ask your wife to experiment and see how relaxed you will remain? Prince? Both of you you can witness and she can have her revenge. But if something is happening that is good, then keep it on, keep it. It's a treasure. It may have happened to you. I am not saying it cannot happen. It may have happened. But my role is primary in that. I go on putting seeds inside. Whether you think these people are so great, Muji and Mochi and so, they may be just acting. You know how they're when they are talking, how much things are created outside. They don't talk like me. Any Western, when he talks, even if Sri Ravi Shankar comes first, they will create environment. All these things, they will be dancing, singing. They don't come like, because they have to create a situation where they will look like a saint. And they may be all fake. They are no Osho, they are not Osho. What I am talking to you is just There is no preparation. I am just spontaneous. I am not even claiming anything. He may be just a good parrot, and there are so many people who says that he has just stolen things from Punjaji and Osho. That is what Osho has also said. That even if Buddha was enlightened or not, only he knows. How you can know? He may be acting. And those who become disciples of Buddha, if they are fake, they are not genuine, they can master all his behavior. It's very easy to master all those things. How he walks, how he talks. There are people, I have seen people, Osho's disciples, because later on Osho will speak very slowly and he will give gaps. I have seen people giving gaps, but these are the most stupid people possible. Just by imitating how he speaks or how he raises his hand, you don't become Osho. And you should never try to be Osho. You have to be yourself. There is no carbon copy here. Knowing yourself means knowing yourself, not knowing Osho or Buddha or Krishna. So maybe if you are doing too much effort in those trying to be watchful, then start doing some like Nataraj. But don't make it a goal that you will reach somewhere. You have nowhere to reach. You have to just drop your ignorance. You have to drop your stupidity. You have to not to create the sun. The sun is always there. You have to just remove the clouds. And cloud has been created by you. Don't say that your mother has created it. Your father has created your brother and sister. Otherwise, they will never go. Take whole responsibility. This is like you take responsibility, you earn your bread. In the same way, take inner responsibility. You are responsible for your misery. Then you will be free. Like with him also, he will say there are people there, maybe his father is doing, his mother is doing something. Now stop all those things. That is the real challenge, the real test. And don't conclude so quickly. When you are relaxed, whatever happens on outside, maybe you can relax. That is your very nature. If you have reached to that state, it's good. But then don't go on declaring. Otherwise, it is not true. So what more is happening?
Actually, my Chacha ji has died
When?
2 days ago.
How old was he?
He was not so old. He was only 64.
Oh.
And it has hit me, family and father and everyone. And
Hit you means what?
because we were very
Chacha, your father's brother,
yes,
younger or older?
younger.
So,
We were in a good relationship.
your brother, your father is older than him.
Yes.
So what happened to him?
I think silent heart attack.
Yeah, but there was some like some disease or something. He had some.
Yes, he had open heart surgery in the past. And this day,
Open
when I
heart
woke
means
up-
bypass surgery.
Yes.
My uncle, my mamu, you know what is mamu or not? My mother's brother. So he has also died few days back. He used to say that I think open heart surgery means bypass surgery. So in this bypass surgery, either you will pass this examination or you will have to say bye-bye. So it is not all the time successful. So when it had happened?
No, it had happened, I think, at least 10 years ago.
So there was what they call it now, stunt, or what is they put inside.
Yes.
So it was only one, or he had all the time?
All the time.
No. I'm saying that they go on having more and more stunt, or what is it called? Stunt?
Yes.
Is it called?
And
he was drinking also, or what?
No. That day when I woke up in the morning, I listened to a spiritual song and I started crying. And I didn't know at that moment that my uncle has died, because he has died in the evening.
Just wait.
And
okay.
And this morning I was crying, and I went to the bathroom and I was watching my eyes, and I was asking myself, why am I crying?
No. He had died in the evening means previous evening, or
No.
Or you before his death you were crying, you are saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I didn't know why I was crying and what happened. I was just watching myself in the mirror, and I was asking myself, nothing has happened, I am relaxed inside, but crying is happening through me. And I thought, it is good if I am crying, let it happen. And I cried, tears were coming out of my eyes, and after 4 or 5 minutes, I feel relaxed, and I just washed away my tears, and I went to exercise. And normal day happened. I went to my parents and I told my father that has happened. He said, sometimes happens, you just go to somewhere and you start crying and just let it happen, and that is nothing special. Just let it be done by itself and it will go away and you feel relaxed. And in the evening, that message has conveyed by my mother that my uncle has died. And it has hit me, and I cried spontaneously. Everyone was crying, and
everyone means
family, my brother, my sister, relatives. And then time passes away. After 2 days, now it has become a bit better for us. Yes. With time.
More things will happen, so you have to be more ready for those things.
Yes.
So when you have told, I will tell you also my experience. It was my mother who was like in the whole family. She was the one who supported me in this, my inner journey. Otherwise, I would have been either in madhouse or I could have committed suicide. It's not that she was supporting totally, because she was very afraid of my father. But on her own, she was convinced that I am on the right path. So, and among all my brothers and sisters, she liked me, loved me more than all the two. And I will always say to her also that you should not make difference between me and my elder brother. That is not right. But this is also natural. You cannot love everyone equally. And I was also more loving to her. My brother was not so loving. So, but she was always quite sick because of her own assumption and imagination and conditioning. She was very strongly conditioned by Hindu scripture that the wife has to be very dedicated and husband is like a god. And my father was not like a god at all, but she had not much rebellion. It's not that she had no rebelliousness. She had, but she was afraid of him. And the only time I saw her happy was when I took her to my master's camp for 10 days in Kurukshetra. You know Kurukshetra or not? The place Kurukshetra, where the battle of Mahabharata happened. Have you been to that place or not? It's still the vibration is there. I have been to that place. The whole place is just, the vibration is very strong. And when I went to that place where it is said that Krishna gave that Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, place is still there, and I closed the eyes. It was a very wonderful meditation. I had many places where I felt the energy is different. It was one of those places. So that was the only time I saw her happy. But then, unfortunately, she had malaria happened to her. And when she was going with me, my father and my sister, both of them were present. They didn't want her to go. But I said, let her go at least once. So she went, but then she had the malaria. And she was quite weak. I thought that if something will happen, they will blame me, that you took her and then now she's ill or she will die, something like that. So I thought she had the taste of it. Now she will have to decide whether if she wants to go again. And she had that courage in her that one time I asked her to do dynamic meditation. And there was one also Sikh boy who also wanted to do it. So the Sikh boy wanted to do it. I said, will you be able to do it for 21 days because it is quite difficult thing. He said it in Hindi that Jimmy mera naam, ek baar jo hum thaan lete hain. Once I will decide something, I will do it. I felt that he has not done it. And when I am present, then I make it more difficult. So in 1 or 2, after 2 days, 3 days, he had, I think fever happened to him and then he stopped coming. But my mother continued, she did it for 21 days. And even in the camp where I took her, because in camps, meditation will happen from morning till the evening and night. Only when you are sleeping, meditation is not happening. But she was almost in every meditation, maybe in every meditation. She was present. And whosoever said that you have done very well, according to your physical level, your energy level, you have done really very well. So I was telling that when she was very ill, not very ill, she was ill. At that time, I had gone to a meditation camp with my wife in Patna. And I was doing Nath Brahm meditation. So in that, there is, in second stage, there is 2 parts. So in one part, you are sharing your energy to the existence, and the other, you are receiving it. So I think while I was receiving the energy, I started weeping. The stage is not of weeping or crying. And then some voice told me that this time my mother is not going to recover. She may remain in the sick bed for maybe 2 months, 3 months, but she is not going to recover anymore. And then I started weeping. The voice came only once. It's not that the voice, something, the insight or whatever you say, intuition. But it was so clear within that. And I told my wife and some people that she is not going to recover. Then some situation happened later on that I went to 40 days meditation camp. And there, one day while I was sitting, I think it was asana pranayam type of meditation. He has given it a name, Sarvasar meditation. So while I was doing it, again some voice came that she is dead. I didn't give much attention to it, but somewhere it was there. Then in the daytime, someone like 2-3 hours later, or maybe 4 hours later, someone told me that there is some information has come from Patna. I was in Mysore. So then I felt like that should be the message. Then I went to that person who was to give me the message, who had received the call. He said that Manish will tell you. You know Manish, the singer? So I met Manish. He said that Gurudev will tell. Now it was becoming like this is the message, should be the message. So when the session for talking was happening, he started talking on death. And then I started weeping. He didn't tell anything there, but when the session was finished, he said in Hindi, आलोक तू आ मेरे पास, मेरे रूम में आ. So I had told him that I want to talk with him alone. I had to talk about something. So he said to me that now you can talk. There is no one you can talk. I said, I will talk later. First you tell whether my mother is alive or not. Then I was looking in his eyes and he was looking in my eyes. And the tear had stopped in both the eyes. He said, "Maa to chali gayi. Mother is gone." So he told me that what you want to do. If you want to stay here or you want to go. If you want to go back, then we will arrange for your plane tickets and everything so that you can go. You just decide. I said, I am not going. Because I understood, I knew that what they are going to do there. I have seen so many funerals. I have gone in many funerals. And even when the body is burning, they are talking politics. I thought this is the right place because I was doing already, I was in the dynamic, I was weeping, crying, shouting too much because I knew that my mother is not going to survive. And I have to make myself prepared for it because I was attached to my mother only to that extent. So I was already, and I wanted her to die because she was just suffering. Her whole life was suffering. Because she had not the guts to say no to my father. She was suffering, so I thought it's better that she goes. Then he said that, so I told him that I'm going to stay here. So I was, on the first day while in meditation, I wanted to connect with her. I was trying very hard to connect with her. And before one day before I don't know whether I wanted to connect with her or not in any way, but on that day I had a very, very, very deep experience of getting totally free from body, like body was dead totally, and I was. But don't go on assuming I'm talking to her that she can assume anything. That is, those things happens when you are 100%, like your whole will is going in one direction. If you are divided, that will never happen. That is what Osho has said, that to 33% of the people, they will, while they are meditating, they will just lose all connection with their body. That is what they call in modern language out of body experience. But it happens only to 33% people. Why it happens only to those who are very sincere? It happens only to 33%. Because it will happen only when you are not at all divided. You 100% your will is going in one direction. If you are divided, it won't happen. And there was once an interview in Pune, they had put it in Pune Ashram, that if anyone has out of body experience or near death experience, you can share. So I shared my experience, and they said that this was the only experience which happened while you were in meditation. That was a different experience. Otherwise, all those people who had experienced these things, it happened to them when they had accident or things like that, not in meditation. So, but later on they didn't publish it because the editor of Osho Time International, she took it. Her name was, I think, Savita. So she took the whole interview about 1.5 hours. But when she asked me where it happened, I said it happened in Swami Chetan Bharti's camp. I think I told the place also, Rajgir. The moment I said it, she did like this. Then I understood that maybe she will not publish it, because that is the real mafia. There is Jayesh, Amrito and Anando, especially Jayesh. So she cannot publish anything without his permission, because my master was banned in ashram, so they will not publish. So she said that you come tomorrow because the interview has become very big, so we need some editing. But they took about 10 picture, black and white picture of me. At that time, the magazine was, I think, black and white. Very good pictures. So when I came next day, she said that, sorry, I cannot publish it. I said, why? She said, because it happened in Swami Chetan Bharti's camp. I said, where it happened has no relevance. It happened to me. She said that next time when it happens, you come. I said inside, why I will come next time? Even this time I was not very willing, but I thought that maybe it will be of some help to those who are meditating. So after a few days, I went there. Otherwise, it was there for about 10 days, I think. So when my mother died, I got that glimpse. Because you are connected with your mother very deeply. So if you are like innocent, then you will know. This is what happened when my mother's sister also died. At that time, I didn't know that she has died, but I was feeling very bad on that day. And later on, I got the news that she has died. So we have that sixth sense, but because we have become very corrupted, we have lost our innocence. We are so full of borrowed knowledge and information. So all the time in our head, we are never empty. So we are not receptive. Otherwise, it is in a way a miraculous thing. I was here and my mother was here. I don't know how many kilometers, more than thousands of kilometers. And I got it became very clear that she is no longer here. That was your son or? So now you are all right or you are still affected?
I am all right. Yes.
If you want to weep more, I can send you some songs.
No, it happens spontaneously. I don't try to do it or something like that.
No, but if you listen, maybe you will weep more. You will become later on maybe more relaxed.
No, there is no need for that.
You want to forget him now?
No, I don't say I want to forget him, because I am practicing this practice, not watching the mind. I just go on doing this.
If you want to listen to that one, that is similar to, but that is little deeper. Maybe it will be of some help. If you want, I can send.
I don't know. If you want, you can send.
No, why I will want it? You have to. Why should I want? If you have no thirst, why I will send? First, the person has to be thirsty. But the kind of thing you are doing at present, it's possible it can help you, but it depends. If you are alert, then you will get the real thing out of it. If your relaxation is based on avoiding things, then it is I have used my own word, it is ostrich syndrome. Then it cannot last for long. You have to undergo some test all the time, that whether it is real or not. Because people will, if you are meeting people, they will create, there will be situation. So you have to test yourself in all these states. If it is real, it will not go, because something has been understood by you. Otherwise, if it goes, it's good that it has gone. You need more maturity. So why one has to escape? I have a Muslim friend, his name is Munawar. So when I will send him some video on YouTube about Islam or whatever is happening in India, he said that one should not listen to these things, because you get confused. I said, if you are confused, then you will get confused. I listen everything, even if things are very bleak and bad, but I have to. When you are running away from situation will come one day. Then you won't be able to face it. So make yourself more stronger, more integrated, so that even if things are bad, you can still remain. If you have got some truth, that truth cannot be washed away. If you are all the time seeking very peaceful environment, this is the sickness of Osho Sannyasin also. If you want, I can send. Otherwise, you just have to tell me. You write to me if you want, I will send.
We can.
Otherwise, I will be sharing it in Quest anyway, so you can.
Yes.
I need to send it to you personally, or I will share it in Quest.
It's okay when you share it in Quest.
Quest, there are only 4 people at present.
Yes.
I have not increased anyone else. I am not saying you do anything, just the insight. It's not needed all the time that you have to do something. There is no sadhana is needed. If you are pure inside, just you can relax as you are. There is a book of Raman Maharshi, be as you are. Don't try to become anything else. But one should not run away from situation, because situation will come whether you want it or not. Now whatever is happening in Ukraine, if it happens in Austria or India, in India it is always happening. India is such a big country. It is said that when the next in our state, I think my wife was saying that 1 year has happened, that the new government has formed, and in 1 year there has been about 2,700 murders. We are living in a state just few days back because BJP people were protesting. They were with the people that the government had promised that they will give about 100,000 jobs, but they had not given any job. So they were protesting with people. The chief minister, he said that you beat all them. So 1 people died in that beating by the police, and many of the people were injured, and many of the top leaders were also beaten. They were saying we are cabinet minister. Then still they didn't listen. They beat them, the police, because that was the order from chief minister. Make them silent so that they will not ask for anything. We are living in a state which is just, it was called Jungle Raj before. Now again the Jungle Raj has come back, the kingdom of jungle. But I am not tense. If she was living here, what would have happened to her? A coward dies many times before his death, but a valiant never tastes death but once. This is of Shakespeare, not of me. Okay, I will share it there. Do you have any last word to say? Both of you? At least thank me. I have spoken so much.
Thank you, Swami.
Thank you.
Good that you said thank you. That is what I was. Who is saying? Your elder brother, elder son.
Yes.
Why it is so difficult to, when you say, why we bow down to the master, you know? Can you say anything? Any of you? Why we bow down to master?
We surrender the ego to the master.
But why? What is the need to surrender? What this head represent? Why you are surrendering why you are putting your head at the master's feet? I am not quoting anyone. I was thinking one day, not thinking, just this came while I was taking shower or I was walking, I don't remember exactly. Then I thought I should share it. Why it is so easy to surrender to a man, like your wife, like your sister said, that if you want a master, you should go to Sadhguru. Why it is easy to surrender there? Why people surrender to when a person is known? Are you really surrendering there, or you are surrendering to a person who is famous? You think he can help because he has so many followers. So that means he can help more. But is this the criteria? There are so many politicians who have so many followers. They are film star. People go crazy for them. So that means that they are all enlightened people. Why we put our head at the feet of the Master? Can you say anything? It is because we had believed in our head very much that this head will give us solution. So the person has now realized it has failed. My head is not going to solve. So you have put your head at the feet of the Master. It is the right place. Now I will no longer rely on this head. This is just symbolic. But one has to realize one day that this head, which is a programmed thing, it is conditioned. Whatever information is put inside it will not work when the real situation will come. So now you have realized this head, which is just full of borrowed knowledge from others, will not help, will be of help, will not be of any help. So now you are putting it at the feet of the Master. That means now I have surrendered this head. I no longer rely on it. I don't trust this head anymore. That is the thing. But when we are surrendering to some famous person, you are not surrendering. You are surrendering to his fame. Like you said once, if I have to find a guru, I will go to Sadguru, or I will go to Osho, or I will go to the best. But this is again the ego trip. You are not in search of truth. You are in search of a person who is world known. So your ego will not feel bad to surrender there. But is this a search for truth, or this is... That's why in the past, Masters were always living in mountains or jungle, so that you will have very difficult time finding them. If it is very easy, you take a flight and reach to the Master, then what price you have paid? That's why Osho has said it himself, that only 4% of my disciple will understand me. And they will understand me even if I remain silent for whole life. He was talking about his sannyasi, not those people who are non-sannyasi. Only 4% of them will understand. Who will understand? Those who are very thirsty to know themselves. Otherwise, you can't understand. If you are doing like this, you can't understand. If you are taking things casually, that means the thirst has not happened. Still, I'm not taking it very seriously, but still one has to be little more alert. You have a small life, so reach your natural state. The sooner you reach, the better. My master used to say, whosoever, he has said it many times, that the real journey begins only after enlightenment. Because before enlightenment, you are just like a football. You are being kicked from here to there. And he used to say, I have more compassion than him. I don't know. But... And Ramakrishna Paramhans used to say, the best master is one who jumps over you and put the bitter pill inside your mouth, forces you to take it. Because you are not ready to take it. So he has to force. Like Zen master who will throw the disciple out of the window and then jump over their head, and then they will have Satori. I think I should try one day with Prince. But it is very difficult to throw you out. I will have to ask for the crane. to do that work.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Swami.
You have anything to say? You can say a few things for 2-3 minutes more. Maybe you are silent. I'm telling her because I don't think you are so shy. You can tell in her presence.
About what?
No, if she has to say, because I am also talking with her after 2 days. After her brother went, and I was waiting for her to get out of that whole situation, and then
For now, I have nothing to say, Swami, but thank you, Swami.
No, I have to say something
Okay.
before this. Okay then, Prince. We will talk
Okay.
later.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
So you are all right now?
I'm very, very alright, Swami. Really. Swami. Can I say one more thing, Swami? You finish first with the title.
No, you have said it.
One more thing I suddenly remember is that day I did told my sister, because I have noticed that Swami has put in a lot of effort in me, and Swami also have said before that if I have been more sincere, then my growth would have been more, actually. So actually it came to me that I realized that actually the problem is with me, in that the kind of instruction you give, it was because I was not mature enough to reciprocate in the right way. So yeah, that was what I felt.
Whatever you have been doing, it's all right if you just learn from everything.
Yes, I'm learning, Swami.
Because it's not like everything will be smooth.
Yes.
But now you should be more alert not to commit the same mistakes
Correct,
again and
Swami.
again.
Yes.
Okay.